All right. This week on the Millionaire Real Estate Agent, I brought in Arthur to help me out. He's actually going to help us cover, there we go. He's going to help us cover chapter 15 in the Millionaire Real Estate Agent, okay? And chapter 15 talks about net a million / leads. Net a million leads, chapter 15. Get the book with the tabs. All right, you ready for this? All things are difficult before they are easy, okay? So chapter 15, net a million, okay? Net a million. The thought of big success is exciting. Is it exciting, Arthur?
Yeah. Super
The
exciting.
thought of the challenges that might be encountered along the way to big success can be frightening. Can it be?
I'm frightened right now.
And frankly, even paralyzing. Interestingly enough, for many people, it's quite possibly this fear of the unknown that sometimes holds them back. It is as if they don't know what they don't know. And it's this lack of knowledge that throws them for a loop. On your way to implementing your business models, you will discover that things don't always go as planned, okay? Things do not always go as planned. So what are you going to do? Drop everything and run? No. Understanding these models is one thing. Successfully implementing them is another. Isn't that incredible? 12 years in the business now, when we're studying this book and we're getting really close, over $750,000 in gross sales in commissions in 2020, 80 units. Pretty insane, right? For real estate standards.
We're just getting started.
Implementing the models. The transition from earn a million to net a million is fluid, right? So now what you have to do is you have to get clear to lose your fear. You got to get clear on your goals, right? How big of a business are you growing here? The issues between earn a million and net a million. And by the way, earning a million is on your way to netting a million, right? So we're at 750 on our way to earning a million. Pretty amazing. This is our year right here. And if you think about it, that's on the way to net a million. But you run into some issues because now you have people. What do you think about that? You want to say anything about people and issues that you might run into?
You're in the people business, so you got to create systems that the people can follow. You don't build a business, you build the people, and the people will go and build the business.
What I think he's saying is
That's exactly what I'm saying.
you become a leader, right? So now you're going to slowly transition yourself from sales to being a business owner to a leader. However, what I'm realizing is you cannot do that successfully. I get it. I say this all the time. There are some people that just come into the business. It takes off for them. We're not those people. We're the guys that had to beat our heads against the brick until we figured it out, right? So if your business is taking off slow, you might just have to do it properly, right? Go back and watch the old videos. We lead generated. We saved money. We did marketing dollars. And now here we are, right? On our way to earning a million in real estate. Now, you're going to run into lead problems, right? You're going to, now that you're not taking care of all the leads, you have your staff, and you got to make sure that everybody's being accountable. You're going to run into listing problems. You're going to need to have more listings to sustain your business because from each listing, you should be able to get 1 to 2 extra buyers, okay? Do you want to add anything about that?
Yeah, I think that's how you grow. A lot of times you read a book and you don't realize that you can do what you can do, but you're not going to have the problems until you start doing it. You're not going to have those lead problems, those listing problems, those people problems until you're in the business doing it. And when the problems come up, your job is to solve those problems, and that's how you grow to the next level.
Another problem you're going to run into is leverage. Making the time to learn and implement RTCK. Do you know what that is?
Recruit,
I
train,
covered it so he doesn't see it.
coach,
And
K, knowledge.
recruiting, training, consulting, and keeping process, right? Hiring capacity versus cul-de-sac talent. Achieving accountability to the right standards. Creating teamwork with rock and roll. Combining quality service and quantity service. So you don't want to use your quality as the bigger the business grows, or you're going to have to go back and handle the sales department. Now, if you constantly have to go back and handle your sales department after you have grown past it, guess what happens? Guess what you get to do?
You get your job back.
You get your job back. And on your way to building a millionaire real estate business, you have to learn this word, this leverage, which is people.
You have to learn that word in any business, not just real estate.
If Arthur and I can do 200 deals with an assistant, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And that would be our maximum, right? How many people would it take to do 4,000 deals? Could we do it just by ourselves?
Mm-mm.
How many people would it take? We don't know,
Maybe
but it would
20,
take
maybe
more
200.
than 2 people.
Yes.
And that's the concept of team, right? Together, everybody achieves more. Anything to add to that?
No, I think that the business of business is people.
Another problem you're going to run into between earn a million and net a million is money. Sticking to the budget model and controlling your costs. One thing I realize is, we started off not spending money, built a business on cold calling, right? Prospecting based, marketing enhanced. Then we had some money, right? We started putting money away. Don't buy anything. Don't
Stockpile cash.
Stockpile cash, baby. And then we ended up taking that cash, purchasing real estate, and we have a 4-unit under agreement right now. And we ended up taking that cash and reinvesting back into the business, and that's what allowed us to continue our growth, right? That's what allowed us to pay a salaried employee, right? So, because you have more money now, you got to learn to control your expenses, because what is very easy for money to do?
Get lost.
Or get spent. Just spend more. You make more money, you spend more money.
Money makes more money.
Unless you spend it on the wrong things.
Like watches and cars.
Right. So you want to reinvest into your business and reinvest into your people. Hold your money accountable. Give things time to work, and if they don't work, make sure you're watching it, because every time something doesn't work and you're throwing money at it, you're just throwing money into a fire. Just imagine your money burning. And that's where you might run into a problem with earning a million to netting a million. You got to hold your money accountable and your people accountable. Now, the last problem you might run into is
you.
Staying focused on the 20%. Do you want to elaborate what that means?
It's a 80-20 rule. 80% of your results are coming from 20% of your activities. The key is to figure out what that 20% is that you should be doing and leverage away, give away the rest of the 80%. Because if somebody could do that 80% as good as you, then you shouldn't be doing it.
Now, I will add to this. Staying focused on the 20%. Depending on where you are in your business. When we were sitting our first year at a round table, dialing for 5, 6, 7 hours a day, our 20% was dialing and calling, looking for business. Now that we're at the level that we're at, our 20% is spending our time on growing the business, thinking about the business, growing our team, right? Scheduling time with seller appointments and giving the buyers to our team. So your 20% always changes depending on where you are and what role you're playing.
Before you are a leader, success is all about growing yourself. When you become a leader, success is all about growing my brother.
And the last problem you might run into, counterbalancing your life to maintain your energy at a high level. Now, big business is going to require counterbalancing, right? You can't just be all business. I'm very good at it. Arthur's learning to be better at it. Anything you want to say about counterbalancing and having good work-life balance?
I think you just have to know sometimes when you're growing, you may be working 60, 70 hours a week. And when business is flowing, you may be working 20 to 30 hours a week. Sometimes you may be focused on growing your family, and other times you may be focused on growing your business. There's no perfect way to do it. There's no such thing as a perfect harmony in all areas of your life, right? In different stages, you may need to give more to your health. In other stages, you may need to give more to your family. And in other stages, you may want to give more to your business.
When you track your leads, you know what is working and where to spend your money. It is best to shift lead generation activities largely towards marketing, as we discussed in the lead generation model. Millionaire real estate agents never lose focus on lead generation. For them, lead generation always comes first, because guess what?
What?
If we just stop because now we're trying to grow a team and we're not out there getting business, guess what happens to, doesn't matter how many people you have, guess what happens to the whole team? Woo! nosedive, roller
The key of
coaster.
business, as Jeff Bezos said, is like you have to take risk, but you also can't take such risk that you run out of cash flow and money and you go out of business. Because if you go out of business, then you can't take that additional risk to grow.
It begins by believing that your results can, in fact, be duplicated through others. But you conquered that myth understanding long ago, right?
Right.
You understand that a talented team can actually provide better service, systems, and standards.
I could add to that. I'll wrap up with this.
That's chapter 15 from the Millionaire Real Estate Agent. I'll let Arthur add stuff now.
No matter how good you think you are, right? Like if I think I'm the best listing presenter in the world,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm competing against 5 other agents that are 80% or half as good as me, they're going to beat me because they're going to get in front of more people, more often, and they will win every once in a while.
Okay.
So the team always outperforms the individual.
Get yourself the book. You can follow with us. My name is Dave, DNA Realty Group. I've been a top agent in the Keller Williams system for a while now. We are very, very close to becoming the Millionaire Real Estate Agent team and join all those that are up there already, which is super awesome. And I think we're one of the only teams, without a doubt, that has built it from zero to hero, right? We haven't had it handed to us, and we had to work hard for it. Maybe because I'm just not as smart as everybody else. Maybe because that's just been my journey. However, I do believe that if you follow this and you listen to what I'm telling you, you will also be able to wrap your head around how you can start creating the Millionaire Real Estate Agent business. Just remember one thing. It took us 12 years, okay? So just relax if it's your year 1 or 2, and we'll see you at the top.